Just wake up and like, have I spoken to God this morning? Let me check. I feel like I constantly have to check whether I've spoken to God first before picking up my phone or for doing anything, for checking my emails, picking up my laptop to work. There's this consciousness of, oh, have I done my morning prayers? Have I done my devotion? Have I spoken to God first before I pick up my phone? And on days when I pick up my phone first, it's like, wait, I feel like I'm cheating on God. Have I done that? I don't know if any other person feels that way sometimes. Like, especially when you just wake up and then you're now having to remember: have I prayed this morning? Have I prayed this morning? Have I spoken to God this morning? Yeah, that was why I had that before picking up this phone to talk. I have like vlogs down, and it's Saturday, and adulthood being adulthood. I don't know if this is a rant or if this is a video, or this is just me wanting to talk. I don't even know how I look like in this video, but honestly, I don't care. I'm just me. I just want to talk about, adulthood. How much I don't know if we talk about it well enough, you know, if we were really, coached. I don't know if people even get coached in, like, if they really even tell people this is what you get to see as an adult. Like, honestly, I don't know. Like, maybe there should be a school, or maybe I should start a class. Maybe it's a start for me. I start a class, and I should just start a class to say, oh yeah, adulthood 101. You guys should start paying me like £100 to learn about adulthood. I can be first person that become an adult. So yes, I don't know if we talk so much about being an adult, like what comes with it, the days when you are tired, the days when you're excited, the days when you just want to be in bed, like today for me, the days when you just want to cry, the days when you just want to talk, days when it's just like, you know what, let me just be happy, stay happy. And yeah, and this is when you just feel free, like you're free to do whatever you have. You feel a bit of control over your life, and the trust that you have for God, and how well is able to take care of you, resting all and throwing all your burdens to him, casting everything. And you're just like, I know someone has me, I know someone has my back, I know I have God with me. And I think the reason why I'm doing this is because I woke up and I woke up with a song in my spirit, and was this song, I don't know if you guys know it. I get back, I know they walk alone. Like, it kept playing in my spirit. It wasn't like I was singing, it was just playing in my head while I was like doing all that stuff. I just kept playing in my head, and it doesn't happen all the time. It's just maybe some days when you're like, oh, this there's just a lot going on, and God is just there to remind you, I'm actually, yeah, I have your back. I have your back, like, regardless. And that's why it's good for us to you know open our spirits to like gospel music, the scriptures, so that on days when we feel tired, on days when we feel discouraged as an adult, right, there is something to hold on to. There's the word of God to give you that strength. There is the music to help you, right? And I don't know if I just want to rant or if I just want to talk. And I know that at least like majority of people are going through adulthood, and can be really hard. I will not even lie to you guys. It can be hard, like, waking up very early, making sure that you're serious about your life, because you create the life you want. You have to be deliberate about creating your life. You don't just slip away and allow poverty rest on you, right? So you work hard. You work hard to create the life you want. So on some days you are the one motivating yourself. You don't need any motivational speaker to tell you you have to make the best out of your life. You have to make the best out of your life. You have to take responsibilities for all the prophetic words that you've heard this year, 2023. I was just reflecting the fact that it's already April and it was just January yesterday. I say yesterday because it was just like, it was just like yesterday, right? And it feels like the year is just going very fast, very fast. And it's scary, but at the same time, like, we have God, we have Jesus with us, and so we trust. But looking at it now, you're like, whoa, like, there are goals, there are things that I wrote in January, and it's already April. Before we know it, it's December. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? It's April already, you guys. It's April. And things that we thought that would achieve in April, some of us have not even like achieved that. We're just here waiting. And the truth is, that saying they say that time waits for no one actually does not even wait for anyone. So you have to take action, take responsibility, whatever it thinks, whatever it is that you think you need to do, it now. Like, now is the time. Now is the time. I think last week for me was really busy. I got to a point where I was really tired. Like, I was really tired. I just wanted to, I just wanted to sleep. I just wanted a break. I decided that I was talking to myself like, okay, you're saying you are tired. You are tired. I get you are tired. But are you done blaming yourself? Like, are you really done now? Like, are you done? And I'm like, I'm tired, but what can I do to help to get my strength back? Is to, sleep on time, get back home, make sure that I'm well organized, not just telling myself I'm tired and trying to like pity myself, right? So I spoke to myself, I spoke to my spirits one time. I think it got to the third day, and I was very tired. And I was like, oh, you are tired. Like, girl, you are tired. You are very tired. I was like, okay, I've been repeating this for a while now. It's not changing anything. I need to tell myself, what do I do to, get my strength back? Right? Why am I saying I'm tired and it's not solving anything? So now is the time for you to sit down. Whatever it is you think that you should have achieved, like in January, February, March, and it's April. It's time for you to sit down and start taking responsibility for your life and stop pitying yourself and, just wishing that things will change overnight. Just take action. And it's with action, you know that you are doing something and some things are counting. And, one thing I realized that one thing I've seen so far this year is that one thing I've seen with this adulthood is, as a child, I don't know how long I say adulthood at the time that is even longer than childhood. Like, adulthood is a phase that is longer than childhood. So it's a phase where you can't say you don't want God, or you don't want Jesus. Like, it's a priority. Like, you have to have him, because, oh Lord, without Jesus there is the struggle already, right? With Jesus we are still going to have that struggle, but we just have like that peace in the struggle. So there's a difference of having Jesus and not having Jesus, right? Because I know sometimes we hear people say, at least I'm still going to have trouble, I'm still going to have like the trouble both ways. But why not have the trouble with Jesus? Like, let him have those troubles, those worries, those burdens. Let him take those burdens for you. Like, this is the, I'm not saying like as a child you shouldn't like have Jesus, but as an adult, like you honestly need Jesus. Like, I don't know if anyone needs to really explain this for that. You need Jesus. Okay. There are things that yourself you can't do. You just break down. You break down, like conscious breakdown. Like most times you're just there. You're just there. It's even if there's little a man can do to help you. There's little a man, as I would say, personal relationship. In as much as we have Jesus, we also need to have like personal relationship with him. Personal relationship with him. There is a difference between having like the general prayers, the group prayers, the family, like where you have a lot of people praying, and there's a difference with having like personal relationship with God, where you are just there with him and pouring out your spirit, your soul, your body, everything that comes with this life that we live in, and trying to love him more, understand him more, see that both of the relationship is mutual, right? It's mutual. It's not just Jesus loving you, you also loving him, and he also depending on you, just seeing that mutual stuff. And now is honestly the time. I feel like this video is just very timely because Easter is here already, and with Easter, it's just the conscious remembrance of how a person can love you to the point of dying, even when we do not deserve it, even when we didn't deserve it, even when we were like we didn't even know how much it would how far it will go in our life, and how someone can love you regardless of your states, our dirty states. I would say I like to bring in myself as well, regardless of our dirty states, because thinking about it is a whole lot. Even as a person, as a man, as a woman, you'd have like, as a human being, you have people annoying you. I don't want to talk to them, just annoying you. Talk more of like people living in a state of sin, like perpetually irritating and annoying you, and you having to die for them, and they're not, and the fact that they're not even seeing the benefit of the death, like they're not even like, they don't even know like the gift of that death. So now is like the perfect time for us to embrace the love of God, like embrace his death, his resurrection, what it has done for mankind. What it has done for mankind. I think if we really want to understand how important this thing is, I think it's important we read the Old Testament, see read the Old Testament, you just be like, wow, God, Jesus, God. It's like, God, I don't know if I would have survived that. I don't even know if all my money would not have finished from buying goats and ram. I don't even know if I would qualify under those that will buy goats. Maybe my own will even be like birds, honestly. And Jesus came and then he cancelled all of those things for us by dying. And we think that we don't need him. It's a joke. Will come to a point where you achieve everything like you always want. Checklist, everything on your request, right? And there's still this, vacuum that only God can fill. Yeah. And having to, grow, live, make some decisions, important decisions, maintain sanity, be the light, be that salt. All depends on your connection to the roots, your connection to the source, which is Jesus. Imagine coming out of that source, coming out of it, and you're just dying. You think you're actually alive. You're dying. You're dying from depression, dying from mental health, dying from the stress of life, dying from everything. But imagine you are plugged into that source and there is still storm, and there is a storm, and there is this wind, and there is the rain, and there is the flood, and there is like whatever is going on in life, but you are still connected. And that's the like assurance that you have that with him, right? Like with him, everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. It might not be fine right now, but I trust that I have him and it's going to be fine. And it's going to be fine. I mean, he loves me more than I love myself. So, and I just stay connected and trust that he's able to undo things. And one thing I'll say is that I know I've said it's important we have Jesus in our adulthood, in our like life now. But it's also important that, especially if you have kids, that you make Jesus known to them early on. Like, don't keep it till like when they are good and they're like, ooh, what's going on? That's why it's important that you should train a child, right? Train him early in the way that he should go, so that when he grows, he will not depart from it. So making Christ known to them early is really good. So they understand these things early. Like they understand that Jesus is there all through. Not just when you're going through whatever it is. Like he's there, and you understand that even with him, you can have these storms. So it's not shocking to them that they're having this storm while Jesus is there. And they're like, oh God, why me? Oh God, why not me? Oh God, why not that? Like, to understand that this is standard life. Like, we're just in this world. We're not of the world. So things are bound to happen, right? But the victory is that, like, Jesus has overcome the world. So yeah, it's just me ranting and talking. I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I really hope that it wasn't just so long. I really hope that it makes sense to someone out there, and you understand that you are loved and you are cherished, and now is the time to take Jesus seriously. See you guys. Yeah, I think that's the end of all I want to say. This is me now looking like, ooh, all right, stand up from your bed. But yeah, bye.